Action taken in closed session. Carmen.
Good evening. So action taken in closed sessions consists of new hires, resignations, and transfer. ASB advisor, stipend position at Trinity Valley Elementary, Dina Moles. Computer technician, classified position at Hoopa High School, Lily Purcell. Track and field, stipend position at Hoopa Valley High School, Benny Griggs. Custodian, classified position, district-wide, Shanae Ammon. Transfer for the attendance secretary, classified position at Hoopa Valley High School, Amber McCovey. The following are summer school teachers' stipends at Hoopa Elementary: Teresa Steer, Anissa Montalvo, Adriana Wenzel, Curtis Kane, Rebecca Kate, Kevin Christman, Stephen Christensen, Suarchet Koglo. Summer school teacher stipend position at Trinity Valley Elementary: William Ronis, Sarah Owens, Donna Wicker, Cherie Hostler. Part-time summer school teacher stipend position, Hoopa Elementary: Kimberly DeHuff, Cindy McKinnon. Summer school teacher stipend, Hoopa Elementary: Owen Matilton, Madeline Fisher. Summer school teacher stipend position, Hoopa High School: Gerald Soho, Bradley Johnson. Summer school instructional aid stipend position, Hoopa Elementary: Gail Stallings, Dexter Cooper, Connie McKinnon, Billy Sanderson, Irina Kobrov. Summer school instructional aid stipend position at Trinity Valley Elementary: Jeanette Wickard, Leslie Soho, Patty Spawn. Summer school instructional aid stipend position at Hoopa Valley High School: Travis Sims. Summer school classified substitute stipend position, Trinity Valley Elementary: Marcel Hammond. Summer school instructional aid stipend position at Trinity Valley Elementary: Dina Moles. Summer school certificated substitute district-wide stipend position, Gina Campbell, Jacqueline Martins. Part-time summer school teacher stipend position at Captain John Aaron Moya. We have one resignation in a classified position at Orleans Elementary. That is it.
Thank you. Thank you. Also, the board took action in appreciation and recognition of the efforts and work above and beyond their job descriptions for during the COVID-19. All unrepresented employees will receive the same payout as the classified union, which we approved in a previous meeting, which is $2,500 to augment the health and welfare costs, and $1,169 one-time compensation, for a total of $3,669. And these pay out to both for the unrepresented employees should hit the same time as the CSEA checks on July 10th. So we really want to appreciate, honor and show our appreciation to all of our employees for such an unprecedented year. I want to thank you all. That was all the action taken in closed session. Public comment for agenda items. Do we have any public comment? No public comments. Okay. Consent agenda. We have a memorandum of understanding between KTTA and KTJUSD school psychologists. We also have a performance agreement for Sherry Hosler. I will entertain a motion to approve the consent agenda. Khadijah moves. Debbie seconds. I don't think, since Rob is here, we have to do the roll call, or we do need to record it. Roll call.
Roll call.
Yes.
Trustee Meyer.
Yes.
Aye. Trustee Wild.
We have four approved, so we've lost Rob in the internet world somewhere. So that is a quorum, the motion passes. Information, number 7, local indicators for LCAP priorities.
Seeing one of the attachments. But I'm going to talk about it conceptually. I don't, but I only see one page on here, so I don't know if mine just got, I see the checklist. And there's a couple other, yeah, there should be another chart in there. So once we get the crew back on, I might have to send the mouse over to you. It's like it's happening. We're still being recorded, but we can't see you all. So the state collects data for each LEA in the state. A lot of the information is readily available. Thank you. A lot of the information that's readily available through our student information system when we do standardized testing. The state has access to a lot of the information. The public can look up information about schools on the dashboard, on DataQuest. Those are the official ways. There are other sites, Great Schools, things like that, that are a little more opinionated, but this is like the state's official data. But they're unable to assess certain aspects of what the services that we provide. So they require that we do surveys to look at the local data, such as our credentialing of teachers and how we do assignments. Because as you know, we often have to do, not often, but we at any time we have local assignment options for the credentialing because we're small and rural and we have some allowances there. The state also doesn't regulate if we have what our materials look like. So we do a local assessment and say we do have standards aligned materials, we have enough for each student or not. We do an update with the facilities and the conditions. They don't regulate that. And what we're required to do is just do our own self-assessment. There's also how well we are implementing the academic standards and then our course of study, what we are required to offer in terms of a broad course of study, which we've looked at before. So I've introduced these concepts before. So what we are required to do is just have a discussion about where the status of where we're at with the different local indicators. And that's it. There's nothing for you to necessarily approve. I will have to go ahead and go into the school's dashboard and input the data because the state can't just pull it out of our CalPads or the local, out of our student information system. So what I'm confused about is what we have priority 7, which is a locally, basically our schools each fill this out and then I put it into one chart that said, are we offering a broad course of study? So I can start at the end with priority 7, and I'm going to have to get onto either this computer or mine to pull up the other priorities. So obviously the check marks on this with the priority 7, the adopted course of study shows our K6 schools, schools that offer K6, which courses we are offering and which courses are lacking. And again, there's not a penalty from the state. This is for us to have some self-reflection and go, wow, we're really doing a good job at offering certain things and we're lacking in others. So I'm gonna let you guys look at this and ask me.
So the red is where we're lacking.
The red is red, correct.
I have a question.
Yeah.
What are other studies that may be prescribed by the governing board? What specifically is that?
So the only thing that I know of is that the board is saying that the Indian land tenure curriculum is one that we are, that's ours. So really what it does is it gives local agencies the authority to say, this is part of our values. We want this, to be our part of our mission, part of our vision.
But there's the red marks on Orleans, Witchbeck and Jackmore.
So that would mean that when that either they aren't recognizing it or they have not been implementing the Indian land tenure, but also that was something that really became official, a couple months ago.
Right, yeah, I do remember that, but I know that they are accessing it at least partially because I have kids, grandkids,
Okay.
so. Anyway, yeah.
And so, one of the things I also asked the principals, I said, you have to be really, dig deep. So we can make decisions based on what we know, not what we want to be doing. It's like we want to get there naturally. So maybe either there's a data issue, like I didn't ask the right question and it wasn't reported correctly, or they're saying, well, we don't really feel like we're not reaching the goal that we want. So I'll find that out from those principals.
Yeah.
Because maybe that's one of our goals is to make sure we're talking about the same thing.
I got the book sent home, but that doesn't mean they're doing it. Okay.
They have access to it though, so I think that maybe that would be I'll get clarification.
Okay. And the other, I don't know if that's concerning, but health, we're not accessing health.
The state publishes standards for grades K to 12.
Okay.
It's multiple subject teachers. So that first part with English, math, social studies, science, visual and performing arts, health, PE. I'll just stop right there. Those of us that have multiple subjects credentials are authorized and required to teach those subjects.
Okay.
So I think that's what the principals there are saying. Hey, you know what? This is an area of need. So it could be, we go a layer deeper and say, do your staff have the adequate materials, training, time? Maybe they don't provide time in the schedule for it.
Okay.
We didn't go as deep as why. We just started with what.
Yeah.
Okay, so is this during the pandemic period that all of this is being assessed?
Oh,
That was for this year.
that was for this year.
That's for this year.
Okay.
Well, I think that health has probably been a main topic
It seems
during
like
the
it.
pandemic, right? I mean,
But the standards,
Yeah.
so.
I would say that it would not be exceptional. And we wouldn't be real big outliers to say that if we're lacking in health education. I think that lots of schools probably don't look at the health standards that the state's published,
Yeah, but we are, we have a health and wellness committee. We have part of our whole cafeteria push is for health. So
Yeah.
seems like it would be something to be.
So not the textbook, but we're doing it in other ways, yeah.
Mhm.
and I wonder if it's the assessment of the principals maybe needs to be looked at.
Mhm.
Okay, any other, I know this was priority 7, but we have.
Yeah, I'm having a clerical issue. So there are 3 other charts. So I'm either going to need to just pause and bring them to you or if I can find them and I can display them.
I did have a question. Do we not have a language program at Trinity Valley Elementary School?
There is not a language program. I think that there's some dabbling in some clubs and there is a teacher that teaches, but it is not a course. I think there's ACES is, and which is a good start, but in terms of it being a course that starts in 7th grade. And so I really appreciate the principal saying, no, we're not doing that, so that we know and we have actual accurate information. Take that thing back from you.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, just because I'm not sure.
You're not in control of the ship.
Well, I need to give the board the remaining priorities, and so I'm not sure what happens. So Rico, we're gonna be here. We're gonna freeze for a second, and So you can pause the broadcast or you can keep us going, but I'm gonna be actually looking for something on the computer so I can show the board. Whatever you wanna do.
Okay, I can pause the broadcast.
Thank you.